brain on the phone.
Yeah, but don't even lie, dog. RuneScape mode, that shit,
look,
it feels horrible, dog. That shit feels and looks horrible.
I'm surprised he sent it because people.
Like I don't even want to do combat in that
I
shit
was paying attention to it
because it's they literally all they really did for RuneScape Mobile was literally put the client in a phone and they try to make the user interface like the game.
This message.
But they need to fix the whole thing if they're trying to make it what it is.
You know, I didn't know you was you felt like this, and I'm really
like they're gonna need like a whole nother type of thing with RuneScape,
you know,
if they're gonna make it into mobile.
And you know what, man, put yourself
because it looks and feels bad.
In
it
the
feels
position
bad.
Of the average white guy.
The plight.
The plight of the white man is basically what he was implying. And I try to be fair. By the way, phone number is 1-877.
You see what I'm saying? But if you're gonna make something for mobile, that means you implemented everything that it is what it is inside of mobile. You can't just do it for one thing and not make it for something else. If you're gonna make RuneScape mobile, but it has the whole game, nah, it's you taking out what it is. Because if it's just strictly for skilling, then they would have just made for skilling. Like they would have made RS skilling.
Have an excuse.
Because it's like I try to do PVM. That shit is horrible.
Dealing with a black person.
But you see what I'm saying? Look, you see, because I already had the same thought. They had people try out PVM for mobile to try to say that it is doable. But it's not for the regular. I'm talking about in super general. If you first going into RuneScape Mobile, it feels bad. It looks bad.
And just go, yeah, I feel.
And it's not for commercial use yet. Like they just plastered it in mobile, and they thought it is what it is. Like it doesn't. It's not feasible yet.
Anything that everybody.
But you see, you. How do you say it? You're doing all low-level bosses. Because there was a good debate on this. It's not for high-level PVM. Like Ambassador on that. Yeah, people say they can do it. It is true. It's doable. But in a good feel to make it not feel like it's like, oh shit, let me do this, and that. I'm talking about in general sense. It's not doable in a general sense. There's people who can do it, and there's nobody debating that. But in a regular sense, it's not worth it for it.
To live, to be proud, you have to go. I'm feeling good, baby. I'm gonna get arrested for no reason.
Because I already tried. I tried PVMing. That shit feels horrible.
Still feeling good.
And there's a lot of things in RuneScape Mobile that doesn't feel good at all.
She yapping too much, but I can't clock her right upside her head for yapping too much. But I'm feeling good.
Shit, I don't even remember if I did that shit.
Not gonna use no excuses.
Because I'm looking at the interface for mobile, especially for the banking. Like the banking system in mobile looks bad.
Maybe having black people accuse you of being racist.
Look, it's like it can be picky if it is what it is. You get what I'm saying?
For real. So please.
Because what you're trying to do now is try to marginalize what I'm saying into being
the white man is
bullshit. But you would have all these high-level people. Like imagine if Lucario said, you know what? This interface looks like shit. You know what would happen? RuneScape would now consider, and the community that is considering with him, be like, you know what? It does look like shit. They should try to make this better, or the RS guy, or all the high-level people. You get what I'm saying? They would have influence to put on RuneScape to be like, you know what? It needs to be better.
I tell you, when it comes down to it, if it is that war, you are black.
I know. They used to, in apartheid, they used to stick a pencil in your hair.
Because there is a thing.
Yeah, if it wouldn't come out of your hair, then you're black. Jesus. And by that definition,
like certain things, like for RuneScape Mobile, they made it for mobile. Like the interface is like if you talk to NPCs and shit, they made it for mobile.
Your hair's more like
they did it for that. You can tell.
Or somebody that woke up out of a coma.
Shaka Khan.
Yeah, you're a white guy, Daddy. You're definitely a white guy. Sam, make a choice.
But how is it amazing if they did it for old school? It's the same thing. You're just putting one thing to another. How can it be amazing, like, if they can just put it
Eric, please
back
tell
to
me,
back?
I'm serious, man. The plight of the white man. I'm dead up, man.
Dude, you will never know what it's like to be white. You know how much sunblock I have to put on a daily
Like, it's not. I don't think it's too hard. You know why? Because they put Fortnite almost damn near instantly to mobile, as almost in the same year when it got popular.
But that is the one thing God did curse you with is no pigment.
Because certain games you can instantly put on mobile, and it is what it is. Like, they made that shit almost seamless
All right. You know,
in a short period of time.
I will. That is something where, but that's still. I don't know if that's enough to make you like think about being not white. Is the fact that you may get melanoma?
No.
Because sickle cell anemia doesn't make me wanna.
Nah, I ain't
not
gonna
be
die.
black. You know what I mean? Not that, and black people could get melanoma. It's not
Light, very, very light.
It's not often, but let me see. Rich.
Yo, Patrice.
What's up, man?
Hey, look, I'm glad you're hosting. I appreciate you as a comic, but the real plight of the white man are racist, white-hating N-words like you. It's the fact.
Wow.
It's the reason that we have to deal with. It's this nonsense that we have to deal with every day.
All right, Rich. Now don't get in. Wait a minute. Don't get into battle mode. Let's talk about this.
All right.
Now, don't get into battle mode. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
How could you even say that? It's 1 in 100.
Would you
It's.
think that
I'm telling you, you trying to make an excuse for RuneScape when there's no excuse to make for it. Because look at old school RuneScape. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
It's not.
And you said it's too big or it's too small. Like, what? How was that even an argument?
I don't look at you like
Rich is not the oppressor.
Yeah, you're not the oppressor.
That's not even. That makes no sense.
And I understand that, and I don't hate you as a black man. So just to be clear, I don't hate you.
So it's a color thing, is what you're saying, right?
Well, what I'm saying is that the guilt that is constantly applied because of racism.
Nah, trust me.
And look,
The graphics in this game, you can run this on an old school piece of shit computer and it'll still run. It's only when you start putting those extra shits in it, like HBO, ambient occlusion, when you start putting high-end type of bullshit, anti-aliasing times 16. Because there's ways that you can make it fit. Because look at this, when you download the new, like when you download RuneScape Mobile, this is what they're saying. Leaving? Alright, I'll see you. See you later. See you tomorrow. Because I'm telling you, when they said the game is about 3.5 gigs to download, why would they even say that? Because 3.5 gigs, that's not that big in reality. Because imagine that, right? If you got 1.5, then, I mean 3.5 gigs, and it says it downloads while you're playing. So the game is in sections. It only downloads parts. So how is the game big?
Anybody that's not white as black.
Absolutely true.
Because every time the game puts a load screen, I'm telling you,
the fact that this country is what it is puts
it makes no sense.
to have to be black. I don't want to. My father's from Barbados, so my mother says. But I have to take black. Just like right now, dude. What do you do for a living? You don't sound like
I'm a truck driver.
You're a hard-working white boy, right? But
absolutely. I've owned businesses, and I decided to get into trucking because it's less stressful.
Right now, ultimately, you think white, but you're not really white. Like I can't. Here's a crazy.
That makes no sense.
Really know.
How is it 30 times bigger if it's the same game?
on how many people actually own plantations in the country.
Because they only added certain things to this game.
I'm a full-blooded Italian, okay?
How can you feel white?
Yeah.
All of my grandparents are from Italy, and that is exactly the point. You would not look at me as an Italian immigrant or first generation, second generation.
He's saying that his plight is that he's grouped together with races just because of the color of his skin. That's what he's saying.
But isn't that a country problem and not?
It's an individual problem. No, it's you. It's you and people that think like you. And look, I'm not trying to. When I say you, I'm not being derogatory. I'm saying that as a group.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying as a group.
I'm trying to pay attention to the freaking. I'm not trying to die here. Hold on.
You look at me as a white guy.
But you embrace that, though.
I'm a slave owner. I'm basically grouped in with those.
Hold on real quick.
White Europeans.
Well,
All right, there you go.
You know what?
All right.
What
the hell he said?
His was interesting.
Have I ever looked at the RS3 map? Yeah.
You have a lot of people, white people that came as immigrants, right? And they come to this country and they say,
it's like, how do you say it? When remember old school RuneScape is the old school RuneScape and RS3 is the same game.
In the first place,
the only thing from old school RuneScape is probably Lost Grove. The only difference between old school RuneScape and RS3 are these certain locations that you have to teleport to, and then it opens up a whole nother place. Like Daemonheim and Dungeoneering, that's a whole place you have to teleport into. That's not part of the map. Lost Grove? Lost Grove is somewhere you have to teleport to, and that's a whole nother map. But the map in general, you still gonna have the Lunar Isle, Miscellanea. You're gonna have Gielinor as a whole, Lumbridge, Varrock, Falador, Draenor, what's it called? Alcarid Desert. You still gonna have Sears Village. You still gonna have the Fremenic place. I'm telling you, because I was here from that.
So should he?
Like, I seen the game grow up from old school RuneScape till now. I seen how it looks. And you telling me that it's hard to put in mobile? I don't think so. I think there's something else going on with the game that they're not trying to tell us. Because even they knew that it was hard to implement this new RS3 system, that all these little moves and skills into a mobile version. They knew it was hard.
I have to go to somebody black that got a little power because it's the skin color thing. And quite frankly, we're the only two sides that pick a color. Now, whose responsibility is it for us to stop that? You understand? 877-212.
And you see what you're trying to do now. You trying to make me look like a fool. I'm telling you.
Don't try to make me.
I know what you're trying to do, dog. You trying to bullshit the situation. You're trying to marginalize it into something that doesn't exist. I know what you're doing, dog.
Being white, please. Jason.
It's like me. It's like not calling me a chef. You don't know how to cook. You don't know good food. You don't know good food because you're not a chef. That's the same type of argument you're trying to push to me.
I think the white man's plot kind of goes along with the fact that I think most of us feel like we're just losing.
Because there's too many games that had went to mobile seamlessly. Because they know. Because the main thing, like let's use PUBG, right? Let's use PUBG as an example. The only thing from PUBG that had switched from PUBG was the controller. Everything else was viable.
Are losing. You're losing.
And if not, they made it even faster that you can integrate picking up stuff just by running over it.
Thanks for calling, dude.
That was one of the integrations. So instead of using the controller, like a physical controller like this,
the black president is the black president, and
instead of using a physical controller like this, the only thing you had to do was now use your two little thumbs on the screen. That was the only thing that was the main thing that they had switched.
But I'm not gonna be the first one to do it.
And you telling me that it's too hard to integrate? Nah, you bullshit me. Don't even bullshit me like that.
Exactly. There's been a lot of people in this world that said turn the other cheek, But ultimately,
Because if you're gonna make something into mobile, you're eliminating all the other things that you would need to do to make it friendlier to mobile. So you don't have to use the keyboard. You don't have to use a multi-fucking pointed mouse. You taking that away. You're making it more user-friendly for the people. Because there was even big discussions on this. If you're gonna do high-level PVM, stay on the computer. That's fair enough. But if you're gonna try to say, oh, you can do high PVM, because I don't know if you was watching, Lucario, like how you was. I'm gonna just use what you said. Lucario did high-level PVM? Yeah, but do you see how many times he died trying to do it?
It would have been the same amount of people.
Yeah, because it's not the fucking same. That's two different worlds.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
The whole purpose of mobile was you supposed to make it easier from the computer.
Always.
That's the whole premise for it.
Who are against injustice have been the same amount forever. But wait a minute.
But do you think he would have died that many times on the computer?
1920, 1860?
I don't think so. I doubt he would have died at least once.
Against racism in 1860, that was a big deal. That was something where you go.
Because I'm telling you,
I know.
You remember all those times? Because remember, he loves Telos. Quote unquote, the man got over, what, 14,000 kills in Telos? And you telling me from all the times, he mastered the mechanics. But for RuneScape Mobile, it wasn't viable until a lot later. It took him a lot of hours to try to learn that shit.
It's easy to be gay.
It does.
Now.
It's easy to be out the closet.
It wasn't easy to be gay when they was bashing dudes at the Stonewall.
A gay guy in 1925 was a soldier. A soldier.
A
gay guy in 2008, you kind of go,
I'm telling you, man.
Really?
They like how I was looking at it. They're gonna need a whole nother engine for RuneScape 3 Mobile.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to upgrade the whole engine into something else.
You go to the village, dude. It's
because if not, it's not gonna survive like that. I can guarantee that.
And if you don't skip, you got.
Because even they know it. You see how hesitant they were to releasing that shit.
People out of neighborhoods. Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Straight bashing.
So ultimately, what I'm saying is, dude, my thing, why I have this suspicious thing, and I can't let it go, whatever it is.
And then you see what you try to do. You tell me to make it. Then I don't work for RuneScape. I just know what looks good and what doesn't. That's what my eyes see.
Not according to me.
I'm telling you, you try to place responsibility on somebody who don't even do coding and all that.
1960
Oh, you don't know what it's like because you're not this. Shut your ass up, Jay. Sucking ass.
It was hard to be not racist.
Oh man,
it's easy to not be racist right now.
It's easy to do the right thing because the right thing is right, and it was used to be wrong. That's all I'm saying to you. So you understand.
I'm telling you, dog. You're not gonna bullshit me, dog. Like it's.
All right, hold on.
Oh man.
Long Island. Mike, man, what up?
Hey,
you don't know what it's like.
Big fan. I love the virus tour. Big show, man.
Oh man.
For years, I grew up in